Hey, it's me, Hannah, Hannah Baker, live, and one night only. So don't adjust whatever listening device you're listening to the song. Nah, I'm just playing. It's me, DK Campbell. Welcome back into the DK's Den. Man, it has just been crazy these last few days. I've done nothing but work all week this week, which is unusual for me because I only work 3 times a day instead of 4 or 5, but they've had me working every single day, which is good. It's good for me. I need that. I need that sense of stability and that control and all that stuff. But if you can't tell by the beginning of this episode, I'm going to be doing something different. I usually talk about movies and TV shows and all that stuff, but I am going to be talking about that, but I'm going to throw in something else. Rarely ever do I sit down and read a book from start to finish on the same night. I'm usually reading like 5 chapters a night and then boom, done with it like a week later and something like that. Last night I decided to go ahead and pick up a book because Hulu was making a show on it, and a friend of mine recommended it to me like a long time ago, like back when I was first graduating out of high school and stuff. And she told me to get it, and I just never checked it out, never found it. And I found a copy of it like I don't know a year ago or something like that, and it's been sitting there, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'll read it. And the book is called Looking for Alaska. It's by John Green. And we're going to dive into that in just a little bit. But first, I want to talk about the new shows of the upcoming fall season. Um, I've only found two that so far I've really liked, maybe three so far that I've really liked as far as new show wise go. Because I'm really not that picky. I don't like crime shows. And that's about the only thing I really don't like is crime shows. I hate some reality shows, that's about it. But crime shows is one that I do like called The Prodigal Son, and it's got Jesus' Tom Paine from The Walking Dead in it, and then it's also got Michael Sheen playing his dad, and his dad is like a serial killer known as the Surgeon, and so his son. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't watched the show, his son basically just rats him out when he's young because he was. We haven't figured out why he's done anything yet. The very first episode reminded me of another show that I really loved with Kevin Bacon back in the day called The Following. And The Following was an epic horror thriller crime show, man. It was a great show. Fox really nailed it out of the park with that. With just amazing casting, amazing show all around. And I'm hoping that this is something kind of like that. They keep moving forward with it. The pilot really hooked me in and stuck me in, which is something that crime shows never do because they used to start repeating themselves after a while. And I hope after a while this one does it. I hope it keeps surprising me, twists and plot twists, turns, and all that. Because rarely does a pilot ever surprise me, and I'm like, holy crap, I didn't see that coming. Especially in a crime show, because I see everything coming in a crime show, because it's all motif. It's all the same thing each and every time. But that one was really good, and I really enjoyed the Unicorn as well with Walton Goggins, who played on one of my favorite shows, Justified. He also played Venus Van Dam. He played Boy Crime in Justified. He played Venus Van Dam in Sons of Anarchy, and he also played in Vice Principals as well. But he's in the Unicorn, and spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it yet, stop this, watch it, come back, listen. His wife ends up dying. I think of cancer is what they said, and he basically is considered a unicorn. He's got his shit together. He's got the house, he's got the job, he's got kids. He's a good man, and so it was good. It was a really good pilot. There was no laugh track or nothing. It was a 30-minute show, and I really enjoyed the fact that there was no laugh track because I watched Carol's Second Chance, and the laugh track absolutely killed me. I was like, why? Why is there a laugh track here? There should not be a laugh track here. It should not be considered a sitcom. It should be considered something else. Scrubs did so much better that way without the laugh track, and I think Carol's Second Chance could as well. It could be a lot better. I think it could be better. I think it will be better. It just needs time to get down that road. And if it gets there, it could be not as good as Scrubs, but maybe close to it. Maybe. Probably not as good as Scrubs, because nobody's ever going to be good as Scrubs. But anyway, those are my shows that I've liked so far. I try to get to what's it called? That's how much I was really interested in this show. I tried to get into Emergence and I couldn't get into it at all. I tried like maybe 25 minutes of it and just kicked off of it. It's a good show too. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch Evil as well. I couldn't get into it, but those three right there, and especially with Carol's Second Chance, so really those four. And Bob loves Abelusha, or something like that, where Tony Gadraw, who played Mike on Mike and Molly, is being typecast yet again as a lovable, goofy guy falling in love with a woman. It's good. It could be funnier. It could be good. It could be another Mike and Molly situation. I don't think it will last long. I could be wrong. People didn't think Mike and Molly would last long because apparently nobody wanted to see two fucking fat people getting together on the show, but they proved everybody wrong. And so I think it could be good. And plus, it was Melissa McCarthy. She was a comedy genius, always has been, always will be. So those are my top picks for that. Um, Friends turned 25 this month. I'm going to do an episode about that really soon. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to go back and watch the show, and I'm legit going to name it the one where I talk about Friends. And it's going to be great. I'd love to get some people on the show. Hopefully, maybe get some people together. Maybe do a video chat on Facebook or something, and get people talking about this. And I just really want to talk about it. I love me some Friends. I love it. It's a great epic show. It was really funny, really good back in the day. Netflix did a really good job reviving and bringing the life back into that show. So we're going to talk about Looking for Alaska and, in a sense, John Green. I've read John Green books before. The first one I ever read was The Fault in Our Stars because I was taught to always read the book before a movie came out or a TV show came on so you can understand where these characters are coming from, who they are, what they're going through initially, and what changed. That's the way my mom raised me. She raised me to read the book first, watch the TV show later. She did that with the Harry Potter films. I was not allowed to watch any one of the Harry Potter films without reading the book first. So it was a good way to get me to read. And I always loved her and I always respected her for that. And I encourage parents to do that. I encourage teenagers to do that. I encourage kids to do that. I encourage anybody to do that. I encourage you to set the show aside, pick up the book, read the book, then go and watch the thing and compare them to, and you will absolutely love the book most of the time, more so than the times that you love the movie or the TV show. The Spectacular Now, for instance. I absolutely love that book. That is one of my favorite books. It's a great, fantastic book by Tim Thorpe. If you haven't read it, pick it up. I'm telling you, it's a fantastic, good little book. It's about alcoholism. It's great. And it's about teenagers. It's coming of age. And the movie was really good too. The movie really expanded on what the book didn't. Because the book ended way differently than I thought it was going to. And the movie gave me the ending that I thought it should have had. So that's another thing that you look for when you read the book versus the movie versus the TV show. So you gotta look for those little things. But in looking for Alaska, I decided, hey, the show is coming out. It was recommended to me a long time ago, and so I decided I'm gonna pick up the book and I'm gonna read it. And I decided to myself, I'm not gonna read this all in one night. I don't have time. I need to watch some stuff. I need to do some other stuff. Nah, that wouldn't happen. I picked the book up, absolutely fell in love with it after the first few chapters. It's about Miles Pudge, as they call him, and his time at a boarding school, which was inspired by John Green's time at a boarding school. And so basically, the whole book took place in a boarding school and in his dorm room and Alaska Young's dorm room, who is the central character that he falls in love for. And I don't want to spoil anything because I don't want to spoil the book nor the movie. and it's going to be a really good, TV show. It's going to be a really good little miniseries TV show. The book was actually really good. I absolutely love the book. You will cry at one point, either in the book or in the TV show. You're gonna be bawling. You're just gonna be bawling. All right, and the book really pulls you in too. It's really intricate the way he wrote this. He wrote this in such a way that it felt like I could relate to it. I never went to boarding school, but he wrote this for teenagers, and he wrote this in a way that made me remember of the girl that I was in love with in high school, and she was like my best friend, Jamie Allen, and I was absolutely in love with this girl. I mean, this was the one for me in those days. She was amazing, and in my heart and mind, she's still amazing. She's still my best friend forever. But there's a part of me that will always love her, just like Miles will basically love Alaska. All right, that's all I'm gonna say on that subject about that book, about that in the book. I don't want to spoil nothing. I want you to actually sit down, pick up the book, read it, and get back to me on my Facebook page. I got a new Facebook page, by the way. I got hacked. Super hardcore 2 Thursdays ago. Never saw it coming. Facebook didn't tell me. It was just like, oh, he got hacked. He's cool. No, Facebook, I'm not cool. That you all should have told me about that. And so just leave me some stuff on there. Leave me some stuff on Twitter. Tell me what you think on Instagram. I'll put this on YouTube later. Y'all can listen to it there. Of course, if you listen to it now, it's on YouTube. Duh. But the book is really good. And there's one. It had a lot of controversy back in the day too. A lot of controversy because there was a scene in the book where it was kind of pornographic, where Miles is getting a blowjob from another girl, and it was a really well written scene. The whole book is actually really funny. I laughed out loud more with this book than I have any other book in the past year or so. I haven't laughed out loud to a book in God, I don't even know how long. It's been a pretty good while. But the very first book I read of his was The Fault in Our Stars because the movie was coming out and I really wanted to watch that movie because it had Shailene Woodley in it. I'm a big Shailene Woodley fan ever since The Stick of Life of the American Teenager. Another show that the girl that I used to be in love with, Jamie Allen, watched, along with Haley Dixon. And Haley Dixon now, Haley Newcomb back then. And so it was a really good book and a really good movie. Then I switched over to Paper Towns because that movie was coming out, and the same person who recommended me this book recommended me that book, and I like that book better than I do that movie. I absolutely hate that movie. I don't know what it is about that movie, but I absolutely hate it. I think that is one of the worst daggone movies in America. Maybe not the worst, but it's definitely up there. My love for it and Taylor Swift right on up there. Okay, so it's pretty, to me it's pretty bad. The book was much better, and I still don't understand the book or the movie. It never made sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me. I'm 25 years old. Still should make sense to you when you're 25 years old, almost 26. So if you haven't read Looking for Alaska, I suggest you do. I suggest you pick it up. Go to your local library, go to your local bookstore, go to Paducah Books down here next to Infinite Collectibles, and they probably can get a copy of it for you. I know Chris can hook you up. If you can't get it there, go to the library, man. The library always is a good place to go. Uh, don't order from Amazon or anything like that. Support your library. Support the place that supports you. You know, the library supports all of us. I didn't support the library. I bought this at a yard sale. I bought this at a Goodwill or something like that for like 25 cents. I was like, ooh, a book for 25 cents. I'm going to pick that up. That's a good deal and steal. But it's a fantastic way he wrote this. I mean, you can connect with this book on so many levels. It's beautifully written. I love this book. I hardly ever read a book from start to finish on the same night. I started this book in like, oh god, 8 o'clock last night. I finished the book at like 9 o'clock this morning after I got up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I look forward to talking to you guys again. The episodes may be shorter right now because I haven't had much to talk about. Excuse me, but I am looking forward to diving back into these podcasts and maybe hopefully making them longer. Another reason I'm doing this short, excuse me, another reason I'm doing this short is because on October the 12th, the day of the Paducah Galaxy Con of Heroes, I'm going to be there all day long. I'm going to be there from the time it opens to the time it closes. And I'm going to be doing it for 8 whole hours. So I figure that will more than make up for the fact that I haven't done these podcasts in a while. And so I'm really excited about that. And eventually I'm going to do an episode with Lyndall Glenn Johnson, the guy who's running the con. And we're going to get together and talk about that. And I'm going to ask him some questions about his cosplaying, his life, stuff like that. And hopefully maybe I can do one about friends. So there should be like 3 episodes coming up in the near future that I've got planned out. So if it's not too much trouble, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, hide your kids, hide your wife, because we out here trying to make this podcast happen. Okay, I love y'all, I respect y'all, God bless you all. Please, 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 please keep showing your love. I absolutely love that you show your love. And let me say this real quick, man. Life is short. Okay, I know. Another thing the book deals with is kind of like a suicide. Okay, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. I just know that I went through some stuff, and it's changed me in a perspectively better person. I've been trying to do better. I'm living my the Rocky quote life. Um, it's the one from Rocky Balboa. Ain't nothing gonna hit you hard in life. Life is gonna hit you hard. It's gonna beat you down. It's gonna keep you down. Like you can't let it keep you down and all that stuff. And you can't. Life's gonna hit you. Life's gonna hit you hard. You gotta take. You gotta take those shots. You gotta come back and you gotta fight hard. You gotta fight fast. You gotta spit. You gotta like spit thunder and cramp lightning or something like that. Okay, and you just gotta go ahead and say fuck life. Okay, excuse the language, but fuck life. You could do it, you could beat it, you could fight it. Okay, and the other thing is take the shot. That's the other thing that I've been living by. Take the shot. The shot is always worth taking. Kevin Smith. If you have something that you need to do, if you like a girl, if you like a guy, if you have a job that could increase your benefits, or if you have something that needs to be done and you can take the shot, take it. No matter what it is. If it's a little kernel of hope, if it's a little kernel of excellence, if it's a little of this, it's a little of that, take that shot. Always take that shot. Do your best, live life, love people, love each other, love God, and just take the shot and fight back. That's what I'm trying to say in these things. That's what I'm trying to incorporate in these now. Everything will be all right. Life can try to get you down. Do not let it. Lean on each other. Support each other. Love each other. God bless. I love you all. Good night.